welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an Anacs unboxing. This is my next to the last for 2025. I do have one more box. It's being processed now. And then I am planning on doing a box of Canadian. I'm still debating on what to send in. I have some good options, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so we'll see. So we'll get this out. That's too little for you, kitty. Okay, 13 coins. Guess we'll stop at the top and work down. Ooh, look at that, 1964. PF 67. It's a nice Kennedy. Here's the 1951 Proof 67. It's a nice shiny Washington. Again, I do like the Anacs. I like to be able to look down and see what's in it. The color scheme's pretty nice. The yellow, the grays, the whites. 1950 proof. PF 63. Yeah, I kind of thought this one would grade higher, but it is fine. I'm not the expert. I'm not gonna complain about it, but it is nice. 1950. PF 70 Deep Cam, 1979S, Type 1. Oh yeah. I think it turned out really nice too. Yes, they're just not cents. I kinda gone down the rabbit hole and kinda did a bunch. 1962. Proof 67's got some cameo. Roosevelt. 1958 10 cents proof. PF 67. Here's an SMS. SP66. I thought it would grade higher too, but I'm not the expert. Really nice. I really did like that. I was glad to submit that. It's got a little bit of blue toning going on. Here's a Proof 64 PF 68. It's awesome. Yeah, you can kind of tell most of them are proofs. 1963, PF 67. See, I think it turned out awesome. I got a bunch of proof coins from my brother, and he submitted a bunch to PCGS. I got some of his non-submitted coins. So 1959, proof 66. Hold on. $1956 proof, PF 65. Yeah, really nice. $1943 P, MS 64. The P above Monticello. It's starting to tone. Kind of hoping it slows down a little bit. I know it's going to still tone inside the flip. 1959 cent PF 67 red. No, that's what you call a blazer. Wow. Awesome. 59. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I got one more coming, one more submission. Then I'm going to submit some Canadian. The reason I submitted December, mid to late December, I decided to hurry up and submit another one. The prices did go up for January 2026. So that way, non-US mint coins, modern 1980 to present 5 coin minimum, it's $19 a piece. Economy would be anything older than 1980, $26 a piece. Yeah, so it's going to be a little more than $15 a piece is what I'm paying for the US ones. There's no need for me to get anything earlier. Why pay more just to get it back quicker? I am not in that big of a hurry. But yeah, I do have some Canadians in mind, but most of them are going to be under the economy. Obviously, I got a couple pre-1980s, like the 2012 cent, the last Canadian. I do have one already flipped, but I don't think it's an Anacs. I think it's a PCGS. So I'll do some cents. I'll do some nickels, dimes, quarters, and I'll do kind of like a typeset. Do a wide variety, and I'll probably submit 13 of them, 13 or 14. We'll see. I have some already pulled out. I haven't really flipped them up and set them up yet, but I will eventually. We'll definitely see. But yeah, it does make it nice. And I think Anacs is doing a great job. I think, being the oldest grading company, everyone's like, oh, well, they're subpar. I really don't think so. I think they're par. I think they're just as good as anything else, depending on your perspective. I like the fact to look down and see what's in here. You know, it is encapsulated, so I mean, it checks that box. The grades, I think, are spot on, I think. I'm not the expert here. But I don't plan on reselling them. It's a personal collection, and I really don't care to have a registry set. I really don't, other than showing them on YouTube, I really, it's not a big deal to me. I just want a slab collection. So, if you like what you see, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, think about it. I do a lot of giveaways. Subscribe, share it if you want. I know a lot of people have questions about Anacs and PCGS and GC, and there's even some newer ones out, but I think it boils down to personal preference and what you're intending on doing. If I was planning on getting these graded and selling them, I probably would send them to PCGS. The market seems to favor PCGS over NGC. And that was the second reason I decided to go with Anacs, is I can find them at a more reasonable rate. Because a lot of the dealers that I know just want to get rid of the Anacs slabbed ones. Even the old soap boxes, they tend to see that nobody's buying them and they think they're subpar. I think they're wrong. I'll buy them up, if I need them. I'm not going to stockpile them, but, I do have a lot of proofs. It's just easier. I had them, than go with the P's and the D's and kind of filter them in, but we will see. I'll get some mint sets and see what I can submit. But like I said, the next submission is going to be some Canadian. I have one more coming in. Should be a couple weeks. It's really hard to say. They quote you one, and sometimes it comes in a lot sooner. This box came in probably 3 weeks after, which, I'm not complaining because it is what it is, and it was right after Christmas, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people had stuff sent in, and I didn't pay for the rush, so it's fine with me. So, as I said, as always, have a grateful day.